Hello, welcome to
Hi.
Dragonfly.
Welcome.
What's today, Sandy?
Today is the Lion's Gate. It is 888.
Are you guys excited?
Oh, I'm
excited.
Yeah.
I have all my stuff written down, and I've been visualizing it, feeling it. I just feel it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and I can't wait to be able to come on here and tell you. Guess what?
Yeah.
What we manifested on 888.
Yeah.
Well, 888.
Well, the portal's been open.
Yeah.
It's been open, but gradually, and now it's like fully wide open, right? And we have till
the 12th,
August,
which I believe is Monday. So
okay.
But you know what? You can manifest anytime.
Yeah.
This is just kind of, double your money, triple actually with the 888.
Yes.
So
yes.
Just giving you that little extra oomph. So really good time to manifest. If you aren't sure what manifesting is, there's so many different types of ways that you can manifest. You can say it, think it, write it,
feel it.
Definitely feel it.
Feel it.
Put it out into the universe somehow. I know that you younger generation, I saw an article the other day that you are getting your manifests done on ChatGPT.
Yep.
And
or other AI
apps.
Mm-hmm.
Apps that are out there. And in fact, my son did his on ChatGPT, and I mean, it came out pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
cool.
excited. That's exciting. I know that you kind of help coach him with that.
I'm like, maybe you want to add this or add this, but for the most part, I mean, should we give our hamburger example?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So our hamburger example, because Sandy was like, how do I tell him, my kids how to do this? And I'm like, well, I saw this one time where this person said, think about like when you go through the drive-thru and you ask for a hamburger, and they're like, okay, pull on ahead, and you go up and you get the hamburger, and then you're like, yeah, but I want ketchup and mustard and cheese and lettuce and pickle on my hamburger, and they're like, yeah, but that's not what you asked for. You asked for a hamburger. And so that anyway was an explanation that I had shared with Sandy and with my son, and I'm like, so get as detailed as you can. Right. I mean, if you're saying, I want a new dress, well, what color do you want? What size do you want? Do you want it long? Do you want it short? Do you want it made out of cotton? Do you want it, get as detailed as you can possibly get.
And the other example you gave was, okay, you're asking for money. You're wanting to manifest money. If you say, oh, I want more money. Well, you walk along, you find you find a penny. That's what you get because you weren't specific.
It's what you asked for. And that's, I know that's being a little, seems like it's silly, but it's not. I mean, money is money, right? Whether it's a penny or $100 bill. I mean, money is money. Right. So be specific, if you want $1 million, ask for $1 million,
But be specific.
Yeah. Where are you going to get it?
Right.
When do you want it? It's important. That was one thing that my son had forgot to put in his is when, well, you can ask for it, but if you don't specify when, I mean, it could be 20 years from now.
Yeah.
So just as specific as you can possibly get with your manifesting. And,
I even got down to the detail with mine on what I would do with the money that I manifest and who I would give it to. What I wanted to do is share it with the people I know that are going to do something with it. Yeah. Like, for example, Diane, I know that if I were to give you money, you would definitely use it in the best possible way to benefit not only yourself, but for the better of everyone else, the better, for all humans.
As would Sandy.
Yeah, I would too.
So, think about it, if you did, by your manifesting come across a whole bunch of money, maybe put it in your manifest, what you're going to do with it.
Yep.
And always, always, always in your manifest, show some type of gratitude.
Yes.
If, when, not if, but when I am blessed with this gift, I am going to A, B, C, D, I'm going to help this person, or I'm going to throw a big party and invite all my friends for a good time, or I'm going to, whatever you're going to do to give back for the gratitude for what you received.
Yeah. And it could, and we're talking money right now. It might not be, it might be health. It might be something that, you've been struggling with, health wise, and you want to get healthy, and, but you have to believe that, inside and out, mind, body, soul, that you will get healthy. And I think that's huge. There's so many things to manifest, whether it's a relationship, a love relationship, or, health, money, whatever that may be. I think it's really important to feel every bit of that gift and be grateful for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So because today is, and I'm going to get this up tonight. So you guys start manifesting.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in our comments. We'll be watching that. Drop us an email. If you're not really sure how to go about doing it, you can just go into a meditation too, and just start visualizing something that you really, really want. Like she said, it doesn't have to be a new house, a new car, a whole bunch of money.
Right.
It could be anything, if someone isn't well and you want to just visualize them healthy and running and laughing, and you can also manifest so many different things. So go for it.
Yep.
But again, you don't have to have this 888 portal to do that. You can manifest anytime you want
Anytime.
But
it just so happens that you talked to me this week about the star that was an interesting little story you were talking to me about when you were talking with your mother.
And you guys, you may already know this, but I didn't. But we were going to a family get together, and I just out of nowhere said to my mom, I'm like, do you know what the dog days of summer are? And she's like, well, I think it's when it's hot out and all the water and the creeks dry up and it gets all muddy and you're not supposed to go swimming, and or something to that effect. And I'm thinking
hot, just she had it related to the weather. Yeah.
And I'm thinking there has to be more to this than that. And something just kept like gnawing at me, like, Diane, figure this out. Look this up. So I Googled it, and up came this story about the sun and Sirius, the star that is the brightest star, coming into alignment during this time. Now, that happens from July through part of August.
Yes.
But those two are in line, and when that happens, then of course, you've got the brightest star in the sun, and the temperatures start to heat up. And so yes, it does have something to do with heat, but Sirius was also, I can't remember which language it was, but it translated to dog, some dog. So hence the dog days of summer. Well, then poof, all of a sudden, I'm telling everybody, hey, did you know what dog days of summer are?
Yeah.
And I was talking about Sirius the star, and then I just started like seeing things and watching different videos, and like Sirius was coming up everywhere, and I'm like, how bizarre is that?
Yeah, that out of nowhere you asked about the dog days of summer, and you started like researching a little bit, and then Sirius was
there you go.
Based on this portal.
Yeah.
I mean, all the Lionsgate. So it was just, to me, I found it was quite interesting that you just asked your mother out of nowhere what it meant to her.
And then it's 888, right?
Yes.
So then I noticed on my license plate, it's the number's 888.
And you never knew that until someone told you at that.
Exactly. I was like, really? And a lot of 8s, I think, have been showing up.
Yeah.
Which just kind of leads me to like my own personal feeling for me is, it was like, Diane, manifest.
Yes.
It's very important. Tell all your loved ones and your audience on YouTube, manifest. Use this special portal to amplify what they really want. We're also in a retrograde at the moment too, so some believe too that is kind of amplifying this as well. So I mean, we are on like overdrive. So I say go for it. And if you guys manifest and you start seeing things coming true that you manifested, let us know, because how exciting is that? Because we're definitely going to share with you some of the things that we're planning, that if they come true with when they come true. See, I got to change my mindset, right?
That's right. We have to speak it as well.
Right. Speak it, think it, feel it, smell it.
Yeah, completely.
Because I know what I'm manifesting. I can see it so clearly in my mind. And I think I could smell it too. Just what the smells would be like.
I think we talked about it on my drive into work today. I woke up so happy. And it's been a rough beginning. It was a rough end of July, and it was maybe a little bit of a rough weekend. We were around family and things like that. But today I just woke up so refreshed, and I think it helped that I wrote everything down. And what I wanted, I was very specific. I really felt it, and it almost it was like I put a big smile on my face. I had a big smile on my face all day.
I could tell she was smiling. Yeah, in the car. I couldn't see her, but I could feel it.
But I think that's all part of it is feeling that joy from within, and of course being very, very grateful.
Right, and the this time too with the retrograde and the Lion's Gate. You might be feeling a lot of emotions too. And when I say emotions, I mean, I'm like all over the place. And I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about you, but like 1 minute I'm like, woohoo. And the next minute I'm like, and then the next minute I'm like, so sad. So yeah, I feel like my emotions have been
up and down
all over the map and back. So if you're feeling that way, I don't know, we're feeling that way too. So hang in there. Time, I don't know. I think that times are changing, and I'm so excited that the young people are jumping on board with their technology skills that we're not so great at, but I'm gonna learn. I mean, I'm gonna learn, because for anybody out there that wants to give it a shot or give it a try, I'm gonna learn so I can tell you how to do it. I have played around with it a little bit. I definitely would not say that I'm anywhere near being proficient at it, but if you noticed our last video with the two little girls and the dragonflies on it, that's supposed to be me and Sandy. But I did that on
AI.
Yes.
Yep.
And I just told it, cute. Hey, create me two little girls, one with blonde hair, one with dark hair, one with green eyes, one with brown eyes. Put some, and then it does that, and then it will give you some suggestions, of different things you can add to it, or you can say, oh, throw some dragonflies in there. Or put a little purple dress on her, or the thing is amazing. If you have never
it's crazy
played with it at all, I mean, I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun, and what it creates is just amazing. You can ask that thing. I don't even know how it knows all the things it knows, but I think Sandy did one like, hey, how should I invest this amount of money? And it comes back with like 30 different ways that she can invest her money, or where, so we all know it's I mean, people are using it
And
all
use
the
it,
time.
and if you use it in good ways, then I mean, one of the questions I asked last night was, how do I manifest? And it gave me just like little bullet points of what are the best ways to manifest.
See?
And so I wrote those out. I wrote it out, and it just felt like I had all the steps in there I needed. I had all my steps, and it was, I woke up so happy and thinking about it, and even wrote in my gratitude book how happy I was that it was going to happen.
I kind of wonder, do you think it might take over Google at some point?
Oh, yeah.
Where like, I Google everything. So, and, I'm wondering too, if this younger generation is like, you're still using Google, kind of like a manual typewriter,
Yeah. Well, they know the answer. They know the answer. I think what happens is that it searches all the engines, and it compiles it into one place, the different AI apps. And there's more than just ChatGPT. There's more than Copilot. There's so many that you can use, and I know you guys know all of them. But for Di and I,
or anybody that just is technologically challenged.
Yeah.
I can do the normal stuff, but some of the stuff that this younger generation does, I'm like, I don't even know how you do that. But
pretty cool.
More power to you.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So, I know what else has been happening. I know we were talking a lot about manifesting this week. We were, our moods kind of up and down. It's been challenging some days, but we always come out of the muck.
Yeah.
We've always come out of it. Last time we were in the park, we talked about some things that were happening, health-wise. But we're here. We're happy. We're taping away, and we wanna share things with you, and we hope you share with us.
And my son said today, I have to say this.
What?
Sandy and I are both, if we've probably mentioned it, I'm sure at some time, that we're both Pisces. And he's like, yep, I'm gonna do this, and he goes, and I'm gonna do it the Pisces way.
Ooh.
And I said, oh, really? I go, well, what is the Pisces way? And he goes, just kind of going with the flow.
He's so
and I'm
cool.
like, we kind of are. We are.
Yeah,
that.
we do.
We just swim.
Yeah.
We just go with it. And I know that, every sign has like a really cool trait that they have, but with most of the Pisces I know, they're very just kind of chill and just go with the flow. Whatever happens, and I'm in for it. And but I thought I'm gonna do it the Pisces way.
I like that. Because we are go with the flow kind of people. We don't, we're not scripted. We don't sit here and say, okay, what do we, but we usually just kind of just start talking like we always do.
Yeah.
And whenever we start talking and we figure things out, whether it's a dream we had.
Oh, my dream.
Yes. I was going to bring, that's why I was just going to slide into your dream. You have to tell about your dream.
So I had this dream the other night, and it was like a continuous. Have you ever had one of those where you like wake up and then you go back to sleep and the dream just keeps continuing? And I don't even know how that happens. But anyway, my dream was like all these numbers and symbols and signs and like a black screen with white writing on it with all this stuff. And it just kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then I would wake up and go back to sleep, and it would just keep scrolling and scrolling. And so I'm talking to Sandy the next morning, and I go, do you think this has anything to do with like ChatGPT or something, or we're supposed to talk about it on our channel, and then tell them what you thought?
And I said, Diane, I honestly feel like you were getting downloads. Whenever you've seen it, I know you guys know this, but when like a computer downloads and you're getting software updates, it has like all those symbols, the lines, the dashes, the numbers, the letters. Well, that's what you see when you get it, when your computer uploads, downloads, software gets installed. And I'm like, you're downloading something. And then you told Daniel this. You just said, "Okay, listen to my dream." What did he say to you?
Same thing. Sounds like a download.
Yep.
He's into the computer world for his job, and so he's like, "Oh, that's what that sounds like downloading."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
"Yeah,
okay, well, that's what Sandy said this morning too. So I must have been downloading."
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that every once in a while, and you know what? See how we're talking?
Yeah, it gets so exciting.
I always realize stuff when I'm talking to her, but do you remember like the last time I got like a huge download, how emotional I was?
Yes.
Like I was crying and like all the way out to your house today and yesterday, I think it was. I just felt like I could burst out in tears. And I don't know why, because there's nothing, you know what I mean? I got nothing to cry about.
Right.
But on the way out here, I just wanted to lose it. And now that she says that, it takes me back to the last really big download I got.
Yeah.
And what happened after that that's when I was able to start channeling.
Yeah.
So who knows what this one's gonna do?
I'm excited. That's exciting, Di, because I think you have been getting stronger and stronger and stronger downloads. And we also spoke about a video that we saw the other day that was given to you and you sent to me. And it was this gentleman talking about a cleansing happening, that we were going through a cleansing as well. And I think that happened because like you, I was also getting like I felt like I was in like hovering over people, like especially in a room of people. We talked about how you felt like you were there, you were present, but there a part of you was like feeling like you were like a little bit suspended above them. I've been feeling that more and more when I'm with others, and it's a different kind of feeling. I feel like I could see more, I'm feeling more. And
which I heard that today too. Somebody talking about a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Like how a bird can see like a little tiny mouse from up in the sky, but it's because they're seeing it from a different level.
Yeah. Yeah.
They started training themselves to look at it from a different way up in the sky, and that's probably what's happening with you.
Yeah, and you, because I just feel like we've kind of went through that cleansing where we needed to clear a lot of things that happened, but especially in July, a lot of just, maybe turbulent things, but also I feel like with this portal opening, I feel like it's like, okay, you're coming to all your senses, you're learning more sensory things. I feel like that's really starting to happen.
And that's kind of like I told you this weekend, we went to a family thing, and I hadn't seen a lot of this family probably for a little while. It's probably been months or maybe a year when we've all been together. And man, the different energies I was picking up in that room were like the first time that ever happened, because I was felt like almost like I was suffocating, like there was like I was picking up every single person in that room. And I talked to my cousin Renee, whom I have talked about a lot on here too, and she has also started her ascension as well. And she said she felt that she was feeling the same things, like just really like overwhelmed by energy, like some was high, some was low, some was happy, some was not. There was so much going on, but not everything was the same as it's always been. I mean, I noticed that like everybody was the same, and we were still doing all the same things we always do, and but it felt different. It felt different.
Yeah,
it really did.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, because I do that myself. But yeah, and then you talked about it, and you talked about your ride home with your mom and how you brought up the dog days of summer. So, it's like, then all of a sudden we talk through things, and it's like, oh my gosh, an epiphany.
Wow. Yeah.
We're experiencing the same things a lot of times as well.
Yeah.
It's like, how was your Saturday? Well, it was about the same as my Saturday. And we could, like, I think I was feeling you were feeling me. And it's like,
she's like, so I went to this big body of water on Sunday. And I'm like, so did I.
Yeah.
And I mean, I knew that she was going to go to this body of water. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Saturday or Sunday. But we were obviously in the water at the same time, but not the same water. But I don't know. We're just so connected. And I hope that you all have somebody out there too, that you have that same, you know, connection and synchronicity with, because it is so cool.
Yeah. It
is so cool.
Because I almost called you. I think it was Saturday. It must have been Saturday, because that was the day you went to see your family, and I went up to Chicago, and I told her, as soon as I got on the sand in the water, it just was such a relief. I felt like the waves were hitting, and they were just cleansing, and it was just
take it away.
So it felt really good, and I came back very refreshed. So we hope you get that chance, whether it's water, whether it's walks and nature, whatever,
you know, heals your soul. And I don't know, I mean, we're water signs, so I've always been drawn to water. I mean, it just, for me to just sit by it and look at the beauty of it, to me, or listen to it rain, or, you know, I love water.
It's
unless
amazing.
It's flooding the basement, and then I'm not so fond of it. Just kidding. So that was like super cool. And you know what? Okay, I have to apologize for something.
What'd you do now?
Well, you know, I kept telling you that I was gonna put up the bowls tape, or the bowls that I taped, and let's go back to technology, okay? So I bought this, like, because I knew we were gonna start this YouTube channel. So what does Diane do? What Diane Nora always does? She goes out and buys this super duper camera for taping, and as we're sitting here taping on my iPhone that I've had all along, and well, I'm having a little problem with it. So I said,
it didn't have the cover.
Oh yeah, it has a little microphone, and I didn't have the microphone on, and so basically it was like you could have sat there and just watched her, you know, move her, I don't know what they're called, little things around the bowls, and heard nothing. So I am so sorry. I tried and tried and tried.
So basically the audio didn't work properly, and that's why you didn't want to load it. And but the good news is this Sunday we are having bowls. And we're actually going to have 2 people who are going to be playing. We're hoping the 2 will be there.
Yes.
And Diane's going to record it for you.
Yes, and this time I'm going to use the iPhone just to be on the safe side. But I am going to keep practicing on this camera, because
it's a nice one.
It's supposed, you know, I watch videos on it. I've done, and hello.
Well, it's okay. You know, this works just fine.
I know, but do you know how much I spent on that camera?
I do know, but that's okay.
We are going to use that camera. But the thing is, why use it if once I video something, I can't do nothing with it? Then I'm like, well, okay, well, nobody can see it except for me. So
it was a nice thought.
It
was a nice thought. But she played beautifully, and and you had all the good intentions of posting the video.
I did.
But you told me the audio didn't come out right. And so it was a glitch.
Yeah.
But we're full of glitches here.
Well, I have something else I have to confess to Sandy too.
Oh, great.
So I might as well just get it all out.
Get it off
purge it and be done with it. She doesn't know about this one.
Cleanse.
This is a new one.
What did you do?
Okay, so when you took your big trip with your daughter, and you brought me back those really cute dragonfly earrings that I said I was never going to take out ever.
You lost them.
And you remember after I put them in immediately. Immediately. And Sandy said, Diane, you might want to squeeze them
Yeah.
kind of closed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did, but I don't think I squeezed them closed enough.
Squeeze them hard enough.
Well, and then if you remember, after that particular bowls session, then we went and had avocado toast with a bunch of people.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were doing a lot of hugging and all kinds of things like that. And I won. I got home and I only had one.
Oh, darn.
And I even called down to where we got our avocado toast and said, has anybody seen that? I'm like, and then I went online and I'm like typing in the city she went to, and I'm like,
oh my God,
can I get, and I'm describing them, and I mean, I almost went to AI to go, where do I find these earrings? Because I can't possibly let her know that I didn't even have them for an hour and I lost one. You do not know. I have been holding on to this for a really long time, and I gotta let it go.
You came clean. You came clean, and I appreciate that. And
and I was just wondering if you could take another trip back there and get me another pair.
Yeah, that would be good. We can both take the trip.
Okay.
Because it was the most awesome trip. And someday I'm gonna have my daughter load up some of those videos from that trip. But Diane, that's okay. I love you. It's nothing.
They were so
they were
cute.
Perfect. They were these dragonfly earrings that I found.
Yes.
I saw them and I'm like, they just were calling your name. But that's okay. There's other things. So if you guys have any suggestions where to get some dragonfly earrings, please let us know.
Or if anybody who knows us and you're out in the area, or if you have found this little earring that has a dragonfly on it laying somewhere, it's probably mine. So, but
that's okay. That's okay, Di.
I told Daniel, I said, I don't even know if I can. I don't know if I can tell her ever. And he's like, well, did she just give them to you? I go, yeah, just a couple hours ago. And he goes, oh my gosh. I'm like,
but
and see, I told her I'd never take them off.
That's something I would do, because I have lost some really good earrings, and it's made me so sad. Not that they were good so much, not because Diane, believe me,
but they meant a lot.
I know,
to me.
but earrings that my mom gave me, and I just broke my heart when I lost them. So I know how you feel, but it's okay. We'll get others.
I'm so glad I came clean, because I thought she's gonna see me every once in a while and go, how come she never wears those dragonfly earrings I got her? Well,
I would eventually ask. I would.
Like, don't you like them? What's wrong? What's the problem? And I'd be like, I lost it the first day you gave it to me.
An hour
after you gave it to me.
We were hugging a lot of people, though.
We spread a lot of love that
day.
Yeah, we did. We did some really nice things that day. Yeah. So
it was so worth it. Every hug was worth it. I don't care.
So if it is stuck in somebody's shirt,
it's probably like,
where'd this string come from? It's mine.
Well, you know what? I bet he just kept it. Because I know specifically, I know who we were hugging. There were some really good people that we were with.
You know what? She told me to squeeze them, but
next time, will you believe me when you have to squeeze something?
Well, I didn't want to break it, so I didn't squeeze it. I squeezed it, but just not hard enough to keep it on my ear. So anyway, I just had to come clean with that story.
That's okay. This is a perfect place to tell me.
And the perfect time, right? We're cleansing, we're cleaning.
That's right.
Yeah, what are you going to tell me? Anything?
Well, not yet.
Okay.
I'll save it for another video.
If we went way back in time, I bet she'd have something to tell me.
Oh, I'm sure we would.
But we won't. We'll just let all that go.
Yeah, we got to remember, we were like 16 driving, and we got in ourselves in some predicaments.
Never bad trouble or anything like that. Just fun stuff.
Just fun.
That teenagers do.
Yeah. Well, we remember back just when we were sneaking into the drive-in. You'll have to listen to that story someday. That was fun.
You guys, some of you guys, you younger people, may not have ever had the opportunity to go to a drive-in, but back in our day, that was the thing to do on a Saturday night, Mm-hmm. I even remember being a little girl, my parents taking me and my brother to the drive-in. Yeah. So, but anyway, back to spirituality. Now that I have, totally gotten rid of what I needed to get rid of. Thank you all.
Yeah.
So what's coming up for this week?
Well, let's see.
We got bowls on Sunday.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to that.
Well, you know, the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about too was this whole truth thing, and how much I have seen it in my own life. Like, when you say be in your truth, you're kind of like, what is it? What is it? You know, I've been hearing this for a while. What does that mean? And it's like losing your fear, kind of, and just being yourself, saying what you need to say, and not feeling bad about it if you're doing it in a kind way, you know, kind of just setting your boundaries and letting people know who you really are. And I've seen it at least 3 times with with other people since I have told them, you know, my story, which I think we talked about the last time. Just go speak their truth. And it's like, it's almost like when you speak your truth, it shuts people down, like the other person down, like, oh shoot, did they just tell me the truth?
Yeah.
I mean, because I think they're half expecting you to lie or make up a story or make an excuse, or but maybe you even noticed it, like sometimes when your kids were little and they'd actually tell you the truth, and then what do you say? You're like, oh
yeah, you can't help but just
well,
still accept it and love it.
Yeah,
just like you did with the earrings. You just spoke your truth, and
I did.
Don't you feel?
I do.
Like
I feel
1,000% better.
I've been waiting for her to ask me, like, why I wasn't wearing them, you know, and I was gonna have to confess at that time,
But I think you're, you know, I know that's, but we're talking about, like, especially in a situation where someone tries to put you against a corner.
Yeah.
And they, I think they're expecting the truth not to come out of you, but you surprise them and say the truth, and it ends up working to your favor.
Yes. So when we say, or somebody says, stay in your truth, or be true to yourself, be true, that's really what that's talking about. And when you do that, at first it's kind of a little scary, because it's like, okay, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go, but I'm gonna do it. And so far, when I've done that, it's turned out
in your favor,
way in my
better.
favor. I mean, I'm like, how did that happen? You know, just by me going, wait a minute, here, I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling, I'm going to tell you what's going on, I'm going to tell you. And when I do that, it's like everything changes. I think the universe is like, go Diane. You know, let people know who you really are.
You've had some really good examples of that just lately, you know, when someone's backed you against a corner and you're like, hey, but this is how it is, and this is what I know to be the facts, and it's the truth.
It's who I am.
And who I am.
And this is how I'm, you know what I mean? No matter how much you want to change me, it's not going to happen, because this is who I am. This is what I believe. And I'm staying true to myself. So if that is, you know, doesn't work for you, then I guess we need to.
But they come back having even more respect for you.
Oh my gosh.
It has been, like, I mean, it has been to your.
Totally different. Totally different. So.
To your benefit.
Please, just give it a try. I mean, even if you want to, you know, practice on, I don't know, maybe your best friend, because, you know, no matter what, your best friend's going to be your best friend, right? Just practice, like, just like me, you know, like, just, if she had said, Diane, how come you're not wearing those earrings? And then I just said, you know what, Sandra, I feel really bad about this, but the day that you gave them to me, I think when I was hugging people, one of them fell out and I lost it. And that is why I'm not wearing them. What would you have said?
Not a darn thing. Okay.
Probably felt better than if she had been walking around thinking I didn't like them and I wasn't wearing them. Right?
Yes.
So just by, I know it's a really small example, but just by me well, I didn't really, I mean, I told her, but if I had done that, if she had asked me and I had done that, then I, like I said, she wouldn't be walking around going,
Yeah, I wouldn't have second guessed if you liked it or
really
not.
like
you know,
them.
right. Right.
But I want her to know that I really did.
I know you did. You were so excited, and I knew you loved them.
I was.
But no,
so
all good.
Stay in your truth. Be
all
true
good.
to yourself. I mean, and that's a lot with this portal too. You know, I've been seeing a lot of things about this portal opening and how it is very cleansing and very like awakening and very tapping into your gifts. That's what this portal is about. Like, if some of you are out there, sorry, my voice kind of quick. If some of you are out there, like, what is my life purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? This just doesn't feel like, you know, where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. And, you know, this portal is for that, for you to really dig down and ask those questions in your manifesting. You know, guide me, show me, give me a sign, you know, lead me to it. I'm ready. And whatever, if you really want something to change, you know, ask for it. This is the time to ask for it. But like I said, you can ask for it anytime. But, you know, it's kind of like playing the slots. You know, you can either get the jackpot or you can get 3 times the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Go for it.
Yeah.
You know? So.
That's good, Di. I like that. I like that. Stay in your truth.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, and the truth be known, summer is, we are in the dog days of summer. And the reason I know that is because normally we tape around this time and the sun is shining like crazy and it's getting darker earlier.
I know. I hate that.
I don't know where you all are or how your time goes or how, I know like people in Australia are totally opposite of us season-wise.
Yep.
But when winter does come, it's like, are you in your pajamas at like 4:30?
I am.
Yeah.
I love it.
As soon as the sun goes down, it's my body goes, oh, it's pajama time.
It is so true.
Yeah.
I often tell you, okay, I'm driving home, but I'm going to make dinner, eat, and pajamas.
Yeah. Who goes out for dinner at 5 o'clock when it's dark out? Nobody.
No.
So what do you guys got planned for the weekend? What do you got planned for the weekend?
I'm going to take my granddaughters to a play.
Oh, that's right.
I know. I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah.
We're
going to see a play with my older granddaughters. I'm so excited. I love hanging out with them.
And I am going to have my great nephew.
Oh,
little Mr. Henry.
Oh, we talked about how they're so sweet.
Yeah, and he's 2, and he wants to come and stay with his Aunt Di. So, I said, of course.
Yes.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
And, you know, we'll watch Nemo for the 5 trillionth time. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I like Nemo. And, so I think that, you know, we always say to see the world through the eyes of a child, you know, and when I'm with him and I see like the littlest teeny things that just make him giggle or laugh or have fun. And we kind of talked about this too.
Yeah.
Sandy was saying, you know, after, you know, her trip didn't get started off so well and things kind of smoothed out and she got to the water and the beach and got to sit there and watch her little grandkids play.
It was amazing.
Just what made them laugh and giggle and how they waved and said hello to every stranger they saw.
And then I got to sleep with my little granddaughter, and she she's a cuddler. She likes to spoon, and she'll just out of nowhere in the middle of the night touch your cheek and pat it, or she'll kiss you on the cheek. And my daughter got to experience that. Her aunt got to experience that, and she's like, yeah, in the middle of the night, Ivy just touched my cheek. And I'm like, I know, isn't that the sweetest thing in the world?
So sweet. We should all just be children again. I mean, half the time I act like one anyway, so why not just...
It's amazing.
If you're having a bad day, at least for me, just be around little kids for a minute, you know, and just watch them. It's like, my gosh, they don't worry. Their worries are so small, and they're just worried about which color crayon to use. I wish that we could all be that way.
Yeah.
But so I guess for today we're going to wish you much love, and much abundance with your manifesting, and go for it. I mean, go for it. Ask for whatever you want, whatever you feel is the most important thing to you right now, or something that you've always wanted to do, or ask, or you can even ask for someone else. If you think maybe that person's just not somebody who manifest for them, send them a little love too.
I think that's good. Send love.
Yeah.
We're sending love to you.
So until next time, what do they got to do?
Manifest.
I should drop the ball on that one. Okay. I'm giving you hints.
Oh, okay. So sorry. I was just still in the manifest mode. So subscribe.
And share.
And please comment.
Please, we love them. We love comments. So anyway, you guys all have a great weekend, and we will catch you next time with a bowls taping, I promise.
Yeah.
And let you see what I've been trying to show you for a while now. So anyway, love y'all. Take care, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.